Hey, what up guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Mesa, and we have another video after, I know, forever, but just the last month it's been a little bit hectic. As you can tell also, I got sick recently, so it's not been fun, on a health level and work and level and all this stuff. But here I am, and today's video, it was suggested for some of you guys based on my last review with the voigtlanderbessar, or specifically about the Leica, and maybe doing a comparison or versus with the Voigtlander and then with the Zorki too. And I thought about that for a long time. The real or the truth is that Leica is not here anymore with me. And that's kind of like when everything may click. And you know what? I'm just gonna make a video more about why I let go of that camera and my thought process owning it, and like just some of the feelings. Not precisely comparing it with these two cameras, but definitely just give you a sort of an explanation why the Leica was everything that I thought it would be, but at the same time not. I know it's so strange and weird, but let's get started. So let's get started taking almost, you know, um, the doubt or why you're thinking in your head. The Leica M6 camera, it's everything that I ever want. It was the camera meant for me, but kind of don't at the same time. So let's jump to that. Great build, awesome camera. It's probably the best you can get, you know, on a at least on a rangefinder model. I mean, it's like by any means is a large and everything else out there besides a few cameras that either they're becoming sort of popular now and the price skyrocket. But like just from the get go, Leicas are never being cheap, and we all know that. Um, but I have it like for 3 months, 4 months, and at first it was great, everything was going well, but then um, something as mundane as as the bottom plate that you detach to fill up the roll. I know some of you guys are gonna be like, it was stupid reason to let go and whatever, but at least to me it was one more part, kind of like the Zorki that you take this part. The only big difference between the Zorki and the Leica is this bottom plate is not gonna cost me $500 to replace. And believe me, I'm a guy that really like take care of his things, or I like at least I try to be careful, and no matter what, which camera, even this camera it cost me $40, still like I try to be careful with the camera and not be reckless. But still, it was that feeling, it's like $500. Where the heck I'm gonna, just for a bottom plate, $500 I can put on film or other stuff. I thought it was a little bit on the ridiculous side, to be honest. I understand why. Believe me, like I get the whole point of owning a Leica or having a Leica or having the chance to get a Leica in your hands. But yeah, it was a little bit out of control. Like that was the first thing. Second thing, sometimes I go to Mexico to TJ, which is where I'm from. And again, this is not bashing some certain people or some population or whatever. But going in the streets in certain areas, the kind that what to expect. That if you have a Rolex in your hand, the possibilities of somebody stealing that Rolex is really high, or an iPhone or something like that. It's that type of belonging, or like something that you own that is desired. Period. There's a big chances. So in certain areas in TJ, there was like I had plans to like go and photograph there. It's not gonna be easy. Yeah, some people told me, you should just put some masking tape or whatever, just to hide the logos or something like that. Yeah, I don't know, just just the thought of getting steal that camera um, in that sort of environment wasn't the funniest thought ever. It's like either if it broke or I could somebody stole the camera, even though have some money here and there. It's a big steep to put another 1,600 or um, even more now that they're getting more popular. You can see the prices racing really like fast in a way, and it's like, wow, do I those little things that there's nothing to do with the camera. The camera is perfect, it's amazing. It's just those little details that yeah, I was like, do I want to worry about that? It was sort of becoming that these worrisome um, that I don't want to be in between my creative process. Again, you can call it whatever you want. Maybe it's dumb, or you shouldn't do that. It was an amazing camera. All these things that you can tell me, but at the end, I think it was great. Like I mentioned in the review of the voigtlanderbessar R. This is all I need. This has everything that Leica has, or even maybe more. Um, and so many levels, yes, doesn't feel the same thing. It's super noticeable, but who cares? I sold the Leica. Just grab this Voigtlander Color Escopar. Great lens for this camera, 35 millimeter f2. That's it. This is my combo, and it's like not like yelling super expensive. Again, depend where you are and who you know, but it's more likely that Leica is more well known for money reasons. Also, it was this feeling of I was there like, oh yeah, I have a Leica, ooh, and for a couple of the last month or month and a half, I was start thinking like, is a camera defining my art? Maybe, maybe not. At least for me, like it shouldn't feel like that. And now I have a Leica. And you're supposed to do these amazing photos. So what I'm trying to say, in my specific case right now, it wasn't the camera that I need. You don't need this crazy expensive equipment to do amazing photography. It's fine. I always told you here in this channel, I'm not gonna bash you because that prick has a Leica, or this guy has this, or we're all in different journeys on this art form, and you decide where to go. Again, at this moment, the Leica wasn't for me. It wasn't, I wasn't making a click. It sounds weird. That with the Voigtlander is a joy for me to photograph with this camera, and even with the Zorki, it was having fun. The Leica, not so much. I don't know. Again, all these little things that I just told you didn't come together. So I had to say goodbye. The only good thing about all this stuff is I ended up selling it more expensive than for what I get the camera. So it was a plus. Like I said, these voigtlanderbessar, if you go eBay, they're on good price. Like I think now they're around the 300. If you're, good on eBay and you're patient, you can probably get it cheaper than that. Great camera. I'm just gonna keep it, and if it breaks, depending how the market fluctuate, but doesn't matter. It's gonna be way cheaper than replacing a new Leica or fixing a new Leica. So it's how you see, how you perceive all this. It was a great journey. Trying to go a little bit more in depth on the feeling. Again, it's a premium product. Think about iPhones. Think about Samsung phones. Think about Porsche cars. Think about Lamborghinis. I mean, I know the prices it's not the same, but I mean they're at that level. It's high quality premium products, and I mean, depending who you are, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but there are certain products that are not meant to be for certain market or certain population, right? It is what it is. We're not rich. I'm not rich. It just have to happen that I save a little bit. It come a good price and deal, and it was kind of like, yeah, it's gonna be everything I want, and it was everything I want, but it's not what I needed right now. So just to close that, it's like, I'm gonna buy a Leica eventually in the future. Probably yes. I don't know when, but the experience was great. To have that type of, because the thing with the Leica is more, it's subjective for sure, but also it's like one of those. It's a camera that was meant to take photos in a organic way. It's weird when I use that word, but that's the best way I can describe it. It just feels right in hand, from the weight, from the viewfinder, how everything, all the dials and everything works. I say it from these two cameras. They do the same exact thing that the Leica. It's just there are a few flimsy things that you can call it, doesn't make it as perfect as the Leica. But again, those are my thoughts. Again, if you have the money, go for it. But just be aware, it's possible they happen the same thing to me. Just it wasn't for you at the time, or it's not for you, and that's fine. Nobody should be like, oh, you're dumb because you have one and now it's gone, or like, just because somebody has a Leica doesn't make him the next big artist or photographer out there. I think I know I done a few reviews, but what I try to make it clear is, maybe you should invest more in knowing more. Buy books. I recently started buying books. Maybe I will, make videos about that if you guys feel interested. Like, make books about books and just give you my outcome and like what I sort of learned or what I thought it was interesting. And most importantly, buy film, because ultimately that's the soul of all this. Without film, doesn't matter what camera you have. It's just they're there in the shelf just for you know show off, probably, most likely. I know some people buy Leicas just to put it there and become a show off item there, and it's valid, yeah, sure. But I would like to use it actually. And that's it, guys. I mean, sorry if I disappoint you. I'm not doing a full comparison because, to be honest, it's hard to make a comparison between these cameras and the Leica. It's not fair in any ways. All I can tell you, it's they do the same thing, the exact same thing with the Leica. Again, on all the differences from the quality, the standard quality standpoint. That's the only difference, and the only way you can discover that, well, sadly, is to try or find a way to try one. Um, but again, I think most of you guys want to see the difference between these Zorki and the Leica M6. Uh, I'm not gonna say that again on the quality standpoint. This is better. It's not by any means. But again, it's not like a big gap. I think I just want to make that point clear. Yeah, the viewfinder on this one is way darker. It's not as great. Some of the gears are not as smooth. It's not it doesn't work. It's just like this is kind of clumsy. Yeah, the knobs is a little bit more rough. But on the other hand, I took awesome pictures with this camera. No problem at all. Buy a lot of film. There's coming more stuff. Thankfully, more people are trying to create more film or products related to film, so this community keep growing. And we have options. That's always the best thing. That's it. I'm sorry it's been like a month. I guess now it's becoming like a month, but that's all I have for now. Recently got into some jobs and time, and also in September my new boy is it's coming, so yeah, and go back to not sleeping. Yeah. There you go, guys. Thank you for the channel. Subscribe, share, and all that stuff. So I can keep doing videos and trying to bring you interesting stuff. Believe me, there are so many channels out there that probably do tons of better job, but at least I give you my 2 cents and share my opinions on all these, and we have fun and we enjoy and we share a few points of view, and I meet new people, you know, and at the same time I learn because I'm regurgitating all these thoughts. Yeah, sometimes I feel this channel in my head and the way I talk is chaotic. You know, that's what it is in the channel. That's all I can offer. So have a great day, have a great time. Until next one, adios.